It's been a pretty big day for fans of HBO Max's Titans. We're all anticipating Season 4. At least us fans of the show are. And earlier today, we got a little tease about what the villain may be from the official Twitter account. But by the end of the day, we had a full-fledged announcement of not just who the main villain was, but castings for 3 new characters. Let's take a couple of minutes to talk about all the fresh Titans news that we just found out today, and what the implications are for Season 4. Now, before we dive into this though, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button and ring the bell for all the updates. Also, the big giveaway. We're about to give away this PlayStation 5 because we broke 25,000 subscribers. Stay tuned to the channel for an announcement coming your way very soon. Also, if you can, check out that free week of Skillshare down below. It's a pretty cool way for you to develop all of your superhero skills for that never-ending war on crime, all while not diving too deep into your pockets. Plus, it really does help the channel, so we really appreciate it. Well, it's been a pretty big day for fans of HBO Max's Titans. But quite a few things have happened, so let's jump in the time machine and go back to earlier today. About mid-afternoon, we got an interesting tweet from DC Titans on Max over on Twitter. Now, it was pretty simple. Check it out. That's right, it's just a simple church and a drop of blood. If you're a fan of Titans in the comics, you know this seems to confirm an Easter egg from last season. If you remember correctly, Tim Drake was wandering about Gotham City, and in the background, there was a billboard for the Church of Blood. Clearly, the Church of Blood is going to play big in Season 4 of Titans, and is likely to be the primary villains. Now, the Church of Blood is led by Brother Blood. As of right now, it's fairly unclear which version of Brother Blood we're going to get. If you read the comics, you know there is a very interesting relationship between fathers and sons, and how that mantle is being passed down. But quite honestly, I suspect we'll get some sort of amalgamation of the character. Now, these characters sometimes even have magical abilities, including hypnosis, the ability to slow aging, vampiric-type qualities, and even the ability to resist some of Raven's magic. Now, this is where the other big part of the news comes in. We have castings for not just Brother Blood, but Mother Mayhem and Jinx. Now, over at Deadline, they're reporting that Vampire Diaries' Joseph Morgan has indeed been cast as Brother Blood. Now, they're describing this version as an introvert with a great intellect and a dark side he keeps hidden. They're also saying he's initially uncomfortable in his own skin, and he grows into his charm, physicality, and zealous drive to accomplish calamitous objectives. Now, it's not just him. They've also cast Franka Potente in the role of Mother Mayhem. Now, the description of her is a natural leader who always carries the threat of violence with her, a predator in human form with unfettered belief in their mission in the world. If you're familiar with her as an actress, she was part of the Bourne franchise, and I really think she might be great for this role. She's a physical actress and can be intimidating, and that's exactly what they're going to need. Now, the last character to join the show is Jinx, and Jinx will be played by Elisa Ambalavanar. She's best known for her work on the A-List and The Legend of Stuff. Now, Jinx is described as a quick-witted criminal, loner, and a master of dark magic with a joy for manipulating others and creating chaos while doing it. Now, Jinx as a villain is ranked pretty high up there in Teen Titans villains. She was a big part of the animated series, and at least in the comics, her powers are quite impressive. She is an elemental sorceress who draws magic from the ground. I think they'll probably use this aspect in the show, but obviously we'll have to wait and see when the season premieres. Now, it seems to me magic is going to play big in this upcoming season of Titans, and this means potentially refocusing some of the story back on Raven. I do suspect the Church of Blood will be after Raven's power, and it could very well bring us back around the Trigon and some of those dark elemental forces that we talked about before. Remember, at least in the comics, and we talked about this a little bit in this channel, I'll actually link it down below, Raven might be the daughter of Trigon, but she is not his only child. She actually has some brothers, and I have to wonder if the Church of Blood is setting up her brothers to make their way to Earth, ultimately seeing the show have some sort of final showdown with Trigon to close out the series. Obviously, once we get more details about the Church of Blood, these characters, or when this show is going to come back, we're going to bring it to you right away. But for right now, I gotta know what you guys think. How do you feel about Brother Blood, Mother Mayhem, and Jinx joining Season 4 of Titans? And do you have a favorite story arc in the comics you would like to see somehow integrated into the upcoming season? Sound off in the comments below. If you like this video, make sure you press like, click subscribe, and if you don't ring that bell, you're not getting any updates. Peace.